Hello and welcome back to Blades in the Dark, the Blackwater Exchange, part 2 of this episode, the score itself. So, you have an idea, I think, of what you want to do.
Transport drugs.
I mean, that is a sound idea.
That's always what we want to do.
In this game.
Transport some drugs.
Cool.
Lots and lots of drugs.
I want to do a gather information roll.
Okay.
To see what the best method, like either by canal or by road, would be to travel to do this amount.
So this goes back to the massive score you guys did, where you took in a load of supply from the Deathland scavengers, and you put it in a lockup next to Gaddock rail station.
Yeah. And
you basically left it. Oh no, you did support it. You did transport it.
No,
we transported it.
Yeah. And now you want to get you've made the drugs to Severosis.
Yeah, because we did like a sting up. Well, we tried to do a sting operation where we sent a carriage.
We transported it by.
Yeah.
You're trying to do a.
It was like a decoy thing where we were trying to ambush people at the same time. Didn't work out because our engagement roll was poor. But like,
this is now the refined drugs, essentially.
Yeah. Moving it from where you've refined it to Severosis.
Yeah.
Delivering it.
We gave him a bit of a free sample, and he said it was good, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now we're delivering the whole thing.
Okay, cool.
I don't know the best way to do this. It would probably be by boat since we're delivering it to a boat. So we've got 2 boats.
We have now got 2 boats.
You got 2 boats?
We've got 2 boats. So
you might as well mark that on the upgrade. You've got them.
Yeah.
You've stolen them.
A boat. I think that's a boat upgrade.
It's an armoured boat.
Yeah, so I'll leave it.
You got a boat, yeah.
Got a boat. We got a boat. So I think we're going to try.
We should buy a boat.
We're going to move it by boat, basically.
On a boat? I'm after. I was waiting for it. I held off. I held off.
Unless you want to do any more stress relief or anything like that, Dan.
No, I've used my downtime activities.
Pay to do it.
I could pay to do it, but I'm not going to.
Pay to do it, please, and roll 2 1s.
I mean, I could just roll 6 and overindulge. So.
Oh yeah, that's very true. Even with the -1. Oh yeah, 6.
Oh no, with -1 I can't. But I don't know. Oh yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Okay. You sit there and you're 5 stress.
You can't force me to gamble.
Was a captain called Suroch?
Suroch the Craven.
Suroch.
And while the Craven sounds awful in their like in him, it's not. It's just like everyone has a title, and all the titles are quite dark. Like all the names you've heard, just to give you an idea, all the names were some things like the Vengeful, the Dreadful, the Wretched, the Screeching, the Lamenting, the Tormented, etc. There just seems to be the name. The Titcherosi naming. No, sorry, they're not Severosi pirates. We've been saying that wrong. I knew it was right. I knew it was looking. They've got a mixture of races on them. People, it's Titcherosi. Titcherosi, not Severosi. They do have Severosies. Yeah, no, they do have Severosies. When I was saying, I was like, I know there's something wrong there. No, it's Titcherosi, but all Titcherosi, which apparently have demonic blood in them. They come from a semi-mythical land. Their naming seem to have one unique name, which is their first name, or it's just a name and a title.
Okay. Is it the Silver Nails at Severosi?
Yes, Severosi's small land.
And they forbidden us from selling to Severosi.
Yeah, they feel like basically we don't want you doing drugs, but we like you. But if you're going to do it, you just don't do it with our people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we've honoured that. So.
I think the best thing to do, like looking at the calendar, is it's been a few weeks, hasn't it? So probably, would you say we're around there?
Yeah, could you go to Laura's trial? Yeah.
Well, yeah. We'll scratch that off. He's been
scratched off.
He's been scratched off. Festival of the Eel.
So what's the date currently?
I don't know.
Calavet.
What do you think it is?
It's the one Calavet, isn't it? Yes, you're in the second month.
Do you think we're further along?
No, I think that's right. Yeah. So you're halfway through the month of Calavet, which is the second month of the 6.
I remember we mentioned the Blue Tide. So it's around about the Festival of the Eel.
Yeah, which is the labourers of the city celebrate the main source of protein available to them, which is eels, as well as one of the only luxuries afforded to the poorest of the city, so the poor like it as well. Market stalls stretch through the streets of Barracleft, so they sell them all in Barracleft. But obviously there's a lot of eel catching going on at the same time.
Yep.
So perhaps like as a bit of a melding into the crowd, if you like. We could transport these drugs through the catching
eels.
vessels, catching vessels, or like maybe even disguise as ealing vessels,
Eel
something like
fishers.
that. So perhaps do a roll to see if we can disguise our ealing ships, and then deliver them to the pirates. I think that's.
Yep.
That sounds like a good score to me. Like,
We are just friendly eel fishers.
tend to do some ealing on the way. I don't know how they catch eel. Is it like a net?
I don't know. They're kind of
They're quite
farmed, aren't
thin.
they? The eel, in the
Oh, is
eel.
it eel farm?
Yeah, they're farmed.
Okay, we'll
A lot
just
of cages, that kind of thing.
we'll just say we've just got like a load of eels. We'll just like put like a thin layer of eels on top
Yeah.
of like baskets, and then we'll just fill them with sand or something.
We're
like that.
delivering eels to the children.
That's the story. Right, can I do a gather information roll to try and discover the best route?
Certainly can.
I will do a survey roll. Yeah. I won.
The best route is subjective because you don't know what patrol boats are going to be where because of not just the Festival of the Eel going on, but just the changes that have recently happened. Especially with the violence on the canals,
Okay.
it's going to be difficult to know what will be where.
Okay.
You're looking at going, can't predict any of the blue coat canal boat patrols here.
Okay. In that case, we will just dive straight into the score.
In that case, then
let's do it blind.
we will have flashbacks if we need them.
Yeah. Can I do a roll to disguise the vessel? I'm going to do a tinker roll for this one.
Yeah.
Cool.
Tinker
I would
roll.
say, I think risky standard. Let's see, it's not controlled because you don't know how it needs to look exactly, but it's not desperate because it needs to look a little way. So yeah, risky standard.
A 6.
6 you do. So look, you're pretty decent. You have labourers working for you now. Your gang's grown. You've got guys who who used to be fishermen before coming back. Either wasn't making money for them or they've done a little bit of time there. A lot of the people you guys work with or end up in gangs have usually had some other job.
Yeah.
And they can just say, yeah, this should be there, that should be there. I mean, you've spent some time in the seas, or your father has. So yeah, you're pretty confident. Looks like as you're looking back, it looks like a typical working vessel.
Yeah. We'll send word to the Taichirosi pirate Sudok, and say that we're on our way. We're going to come on the 25th.
25th.
Cool.
And then we'll jump into score.
So, what is your score type and loadout and detail?
It is transport.
Okay.
So the route is along the canals from the
Crows-
Black Wing
The Black
to the docks, I believe was where.
Is the Black Wing like right on a canal as well?
Yeah, it's one of the large ones. Yeah, it's on.
That's handy.
Yeah. It is.
And my load will be. It's difficult because if we come across any blue coat, sort of don't want to look. So just to remind myself, like what light load. Loads look like what? Light is like
a normal
person. 5 is like
you look like a scoundrel,
and 6 is like you look like you've just hopped off.
Light is you look like a typical person, a Doskvol citizen.
Yeah.
Medium is you look like a scoundrel. You've got gear, but not unusual. You are a scoundrel. And then heavy is you look like a walking tank and you built.
How usual would it be for eeling boats to have protection?
Not.
Then I will go.
I'm
with
going to
light.
go light. I'm going to say light load is probably the best thing for this.
Do you know what? I'm going to go normal, and I'm going to be out of sight underneath the floorboards.
Okay.
No, I'll just go light.
No, okay, light.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go light, and I'm also going to go. I'm going to use my fine disguise kit.
Okay.
To go in is like an old like.
Are you gonna go as like salty sailor?
Fisherman? Yeah, from a salty sailor.
God. Oh my god!
Like big beards, like wrinkly face, like heavy coat,
a well-chewed pipe.
Oh yeah.
Totally. I'm just wearing galoshes and like like with the suspenders. Yeah, and just.
I'm gonna boss you around so much.
On your load, are you still taking the vampire slaying kit?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. So how many space you got? Because you got 2 rigger,
4.
Right? Yeah.
No, I've got 3 now, haven't I? 3 load. Can I not hide stuff down my galoshes? Like just
If you want
jamming
to
full of
take, if you want
guns.
to take medium loads, you can. But you will look like a scoundrel.
Or a heavily armed fisherman.
AKA a scoundrel.
Those eels.
No fisherman would need that much gear.
Those eels are deadly.
I feel like Merrick
Okay,
a new character. He's never not. It's going to be every disguise. It's going to be this guy. Like you'll be in the middle of a casino. Them dice are deadly.
Can I have the option to secrete one item, you know, in like a hidden position on the boat, like under a floorboard?
Yeah, I mean you can prep the boat with hidden items, but you'd have to if you go into a fight, you'd have to go and get them.
Yeah.
And I have to tell you what they are.
You could, if you want to
We
say,
can flashback.
if you want to say, you could absolutely flashback. You
Okay, yeah, okay, that's
I
fine.
mean, that's what
yeah.
stress is there.
That's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's jump in.
Cool. So you've got your loadout.
Yeah,
What's your detail? The route is the canal.
yeah.
Okay, cool. So you get 1 dice for sheer luck. See how it starts. I'd say you'll get an extra dice for the Festival of the Eel because there's a lot of stuff going on. You know they can't search that from. You are going to get -1 dice for the recent violence on the canals.
Where is Barrowcleft? Is it south?
Barrowcleft's over there.
Okay, so we're not even going through it. Oh, we
No,
sort
it's-
of. No, we're not.
We're nowhere near Barrowcleft.
But I think you'll get an extra 1 for prepping your boat properly. You get a 6, so I think 2 dice.
Okay.
Festival of the Eel's busy, but there's a lot more Blue Coat Patrol because you
Because
sunk a boat and had explosions.
And there's an explosion on the boat.
Yeah. So
Makes
yeah.
sense.
One
dice each?
Yeah, let's do 1 dice each. I don't want to be responsible. I don't want to be wholly responsible for this.
We always do shit on these anyway, so there you go, 3. There we
That's
go.
it,
2.
desperate. great finale. Desperate.
Ah!
Great finale to the other. Already had a finale.
Why is it always engagement rolls?
So, I'll let you decide who starts in this position. Because you can imagine it, the obvious thing is very early on is that as you guys are moving
As soon as
through
we
the
set
grove,
off, where are you going?
very early on, a Blue Coat patrol boat pulls up and you hear, and they have armoured boats.
Yeah.
And one of them waves over to you and goes, "Are you lost?" How, you can see clearly, because they've got some preparations going on. You can see now there's like a ring, not around you guys, but around parts of the city.
Yeah.
They've obviously know there's a lot of stuff coming and going, and this will be prime smuggling time, getting things into the city shouldn't be, and some especially with smuggling gangs in the docks, and you just know it's a good time for criminals and scoundrels to work.
Yeah.
And they're not expecting to get a lot, but part of it is just hitting quotas and hitting targets. So the guy's a bit tired, he waves over to you. As he does,
I just keep working.
Yeah,
Thaddeus keeps working. Like we all know who the captain of this ship is.
we're just delivering some eels.
"You're far away from Barrowcleft," and he's shouting across the water here.
Aye, well, there's a smaller festival going on up in
The docks, maybe.
up in the docks.
Oh my god, I can't take it seriously. I can't take it seriously.
The blue coat is laughing, so we drive off.
I just blows my pipe and bubbles come out of the end.
I'm trying so hard not to laugh. I love it. The guy, let's see, he's going to do a fortune roll.
Can you?
Can he?
Are you not doing like some sort of
Deception.
I'm gonna. I've got to try and persuade him that we are but simple eel delivery merchants.
Yeah. I wanted to see a roll if he would be aware of any festival, but your roll, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Go for it. So what are you doing? Actually, take him.
I'm going to sway him.
Okay.
And I'm going to basically I want to convince him that the big festival goes on in Barrowcleft and that there's like smaller celebrations going on in the docks and that they need eels for the festival. Obviously, I mean, it follows logic, doesn't it?
Of course. So it's desperate standards.
Desperate standards.
Because he doesn't believe there's a festival going on
at
all. And if there is, why have you come round this side of Crow's Foot and not gone straight to the docks from Barrowcleft?
I mean,
Like, you've come the long way around. It doesn't make a lot of sense.
We're only a bit lost. Okay.
The first one's desperate, yeah.
What was it? Desperate standard.
Mm-hmm.
Any devil's bargains?
Yeah.
Tainted. No.
You have an extra
I don't
dice,
think they do work in this.
but given what went on the other night, there are descriptions, and your level of heat, he might recognise you if you fail.
I am going to decline.
Okay.
But is this covered under my cloak and dagger? So when I use a disguise or other form of covert misdirection, I get +1 dice to rolls to confuse or deflect suspicion.
Yeah, surely.
Makes sense. I think it does. Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense.
He's wearing a beard,
We're a bit.
It's just,
and it's suspicious.
there's a few of you on the boat, but for him definitely.
But he's the captain.
Exactly, yeah, they're talking to him. But if they're like, oh, there's a captain, and by the way, that guy next to you is what a criminal. They're still going to arrest you.
I'm going to assist then by knocking over a bucket of eels and start cleaning them up.
Yeah, you start outside it.
Yeah.
I mean, I assume you're not waving
I'm not
at him.
looking. Like, going, what's going on?
But it's that kind of thing,
Yeah.
You might recognise some of the crew you're with, like.
Well, that is.
Might just be from Crow's Foot. He's like, I recognise that guy. You guys are ultimately not you, but your crew are criminals.
And I'm totally trying to deflect that. That's
exactly.
why.
You're keeping the focus on you. Yeah.
Yeah. So
It goes without saying that our thugs are with us on a boat.
Yeah.
Some of them,
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So 3 dice.
5. So you do
Not
a
bad.
slight consequence. You do a slight consequence. Desperate.
Well, he's desperate. So is that slight consequence? Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. It's a consequence. It's a minor consequence to the word. Minor, and then desperate. If you fail, it's a major. So let me just double check. I'm pretty sure it's.
Yeah, I thought desperate was pretty bad if you don't get it.
Is it still major consequence?
You do it with severe harm, serious complication, or reduced effect.
That's if you fail.
It's just for a 4 or 5.
4 or 5.
Yeah, serious, severe harm,
Resist.
serious
I'm going to be
complication.
resistant.
Oh, sorry.
Also-
So minus control, risky is standard. You have a complication, and
Yeah.
desperate is on the 4 or 5 is a serious one.
Yeah, desperates are like
Yeah.
bad. I realise I just talked my consequence up, but
Yeah. Makes sense. Although I just remembered later on, going, oh, you know what? Oh, it is desperate. Yeah.
It's mad.
In that case,
Dan's going to resist.
yeah, that's going to resist. Seeing you knock over the bucket of eels.
You clean that up!
They're coming in closer. They're coming to talk to you. As the boat moves over. What's the festival at the docks? Who is it you're meeting there? You got no permits, no notifications.
Just a small street party.
You get a sense now he's not believing you completely.
Yeah.
Like, this doesn't make sense. They've not been told this.
Okay.
And that's the consequence of it.
No, that's part of it. And they're going to try and board you. They're going to ask for a board.
So if I were to resist the consequence,
This is the equivalent now of the cop going pull over.
Yeah.
That's the equivalent. This is the equivalent.
So is that the consequence?
2 consequences here.
Pull over.
One, you can try and convince them there is a... So the 2 consequences, one, he doesn't believe you, and 2, he's going to board you. But they are separate, because even if he believes you, he might just do a routine inspection.
Yeah.
They are separate consequences.
Okay. I mean, it doesn't feel like that's something I'd want to resist, because if they're going to do it anyway.
You can resist both separately.
Not with that much.
You could try and look, you don't need to board us, but we're on the move, we're just going. He's like, it's not worth my time. So to feel right, it's not worth my time. Or he could believe you and you might just give it a come on go, alright, fine, cursory glance. You don't know this guy's character. Is he just gonna have go on the ship, oh, eels, great, be anyway, have a great time. Or is he gonna give it a proper inspection? It depends which one you want to resist. Maybe he will not board you, can resist that, but he doesn't believe you, but for him it's just not worth it. Or maybe he'll radio ahead, you don't know. Not radio ahead, but make it work some work.
Okay, and I think I won't resist it, but
Okay.
I'm gonna start getting a little bit. I'm gonna start getting a little bit irritated and tell them to push off, and command them to
But you can't command your way out of a consequence. The consequences are happening. It's how you deal.
They're gonna be suspicious, and they're gonna be on the boat unless you resist.
Oh, they're going to try and board unless you try and resist.
Yeah.
They're going to try and board. So you can let them or you can not. Now you can resist it, in which case they won't, or something will happen. Or you can just, when I say resist, because you've got two ways to intro. You've got technical term of resist stuff and mechanical term.
Yeah.
Or you'd be like, I'm just going to sail off because they haven't boarded you yet. Just try and sail off.
Yeah.
The consequence is they're going to attempt to board you. They haven't actually boarded you. They're going to attempt to.
Okay.
Or basically, I'll rephrase it. They're saying, let us come aboard. What do you do? That's the consequence. It's one, they don't believe you, clearly. You're getting that suspicion. Two, they're asking to board you, I should say. What do you want to do? That's the consequences.
I mean, I want to resist the the actual boarding. I
Okay.
guess if that's going to have to be another part of the consequence.
Mm-hmm.
So I will do that by basically like just being a bit impatient and like it's set on we're on like a time.
Officer,
time
I respect your job, but I'm a busy man.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. Every now and then just goes to the pipe. And yeah, I'm going to do that with a resolve resist, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. Makes sense. Resolve makes sense.
Okay.
Talk me out of it.
Yeah.
You got 5 dice now? Is it one you took an ability, didn't you?
For resolve, it's 5. I've got 4 pips, and we've also got the force in the fire.
Yeah, nice.
So yes, resolves are good. 6.
6, nice. So you take no stress.
Yeah, no stress.
So
I want to come across as like a bit of a crabby old.
Like
salty
you
old
don't
guy.
come on my
Like,
ship without my permission.
I don't deal with it. I don't deal with this. Like
Yeah.
this is me. There's bad people out there.
So
Like,
they've,
come on now.
they've come right alongside you now and they've slowed down. And as he's talking to you now at normal volume, you can see the other guy in the boat is just really eyeing it up now, like keeping a real suspicious glance across it. But he seems to be deferring to the blue coat who's talking to you. And they look to be probably on the more veteran side. These aren't kind of your young typical blue coats. I mean, to be in the canal patrol, which is quite an important thing, they have to be somewhat good at their job.
Yeah.
And you can see as he's talking, he's kind of like nodding, and there's like that almost like nautical perspective. Okay, see you coming from this. He nods, and then as you're saying you need to get on with it, he doesn't attempt to board you. Seeing that they've come close and you haven't fled, you know, it's that like they flash the sirens almost, kind of, metaphorically speaking.
Yeah.
And you've pulled over. And like, all right, be on your way. You know, you've had a cursory glance, kind of thing. But as they're pulling away, you can see they're kind of keeping pace.
Yeah,
they're kind of keeping pace on you. So they're seeing where you're going. Are you really going to the docks and dropping stuff off or not? They're following you, but they haven't tried to board you. It's as you got to go around, like, you know, you move down the canals, you notice they're still coming with you. So what do you want to do?
I start spreading the it sort of looks like I'm mopping it up, but I'm actually just spreading it along the side they're standing, you know, like, so their boat's like there, our boat's there, I'm just spreading it along the dock, so it's just like something they would not want to walk in, like, just like pushing it along the dock, like, it looks like I'm supposed to be cleaning up, I'm just like mixing it in, and like, I can almost imagine like the blue coats on the boat, like looking over going like, I wouldn't want to step in there. My new shoes.
So right now they're probably about 50 or so foot away.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Are they like very much like in this world? Like, are there like less and more legal drugs? Like, is there different classes of drugs?
Yeah, there'll be different classes. Yeah.
So like, potentially we could like throw them off the scent.
Like Spark is illegal, but it's not. You know, it's like kind of more like kind of between weed and heroin. It's not like Class A.
Yeah.
You know, your stuff will be Class A.
Yeah,
your stuff will be Class A.
I guess I'm thinking of a fallback in case they do properly start like digging in. Like maybe we could have prepared, like, you know, like a layer on layer, like, I don't know, like, you know,
first like
one secret comparison, and then the second secret comparison. Like,
I was thinking maybe flashback to have prepared a distraction, like something that is more suspicious. Maybe another boat going the opposite way.
Yes, that's amazing. Like them looking suspicious, like beards are like hanging off, and they've got like they're like fully loaded. That's amazing.
Your own folks,
That's amazing. Yes.
Like the worst looking smugglers vessel.
So we use our like, and the other half of our thugs are on that boat.
Yeah.
We'll see if they get away with it.
They're like, their whole thing is they just need to just book it.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be amazing. Yeah, we'll do that. That's our flashback. at that minute, the flashback is that how could we do this?
You just got your other boat and the guys are on it, right? Is that what you?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm thinking in terms of story. Like, I click down to my walkie-talkie, press the button twice, and that's that's the two bursts of statics is the signal to go.
Yeah. So as we're pretty near the docks. So as we get into the docks, like
other boat,
just go.
So this other boat is got
comes out of an alley.
Our thugs with beards hanging off. They look fully loaded, right? On their ship, they've got a mediocre amount of spark. I mean, just in case they get caught, they've got 5 people's worth, hits.
Enough to be charged.
Can't even be intended to distribute. Yeah, okay.
There's 5 thugs with 5 personal doses.
So even if they get pulled out,
and then they just book it past the police, the blue coats ships.
Okay. Sorry, it's too stressed.
I will take one of those.
Can we split that between us?
No, it's just one person takes it for the flashback.
I'll take both of them.
One person takes it. You're taking it. And I can either see this as being a fortune roll to see how well your thugs do, to see if they distract them enough.
Probably a tier roll.
Roll makes sense, yeah. Well, fortune's tier roll.
Yeah.
Would we not have...
Or do you command them or something like that? Well, you compare it, but it's when the blue coats take the bait. I mean, it's obviously the more you've made a good flashback, but they've got to take the bait. So it's... I think fortune roll or tier roll makes sense for to see how good your thugs are at being thugs. How suspicious can your thugs be? Yeah. Without short of rooting to
just firing guns in the air.
Short of doing something like that, can they be suspicious enough to get their attention?
Oh, I know. They could we could tell them to skim a nearby boat, or knock it by accident, to make a bit of a noise, so at least they look over.
Yeah.
We'll do something like that, and like you say, roll like a tier.
So your thugs, are they experts?
They are experts.
They're elites.
They're elite. Yeah.
So they get 3 dice.
Elite, yeah.
So they get 3 dice to see how thuggish they can be. So if you want to roll 3 dice, see if they hit the boat, take the bait or not.
You're the one doing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can the thugs be thuggish enough?
I got 4.
You got 4. So they look slightly thuggish, enough to distract them, but not enough to do it completely. Oh man, this is so full. Let me just check something on this. I just want to check something. This is going to go 1 or 2 ways now.
Oh god.
It's all good. So when you get to the docks, what's the plan?
I think if we're not
being chased,
then we just pull up alongside the
boat.
Mixed result, limited partial. Right. Okay. Cool. So your thugs go past looking like the worst disguised smugglers ever. Look at it, skimming a nearby boat, just kind of going on, and you can see now that they do take the bait.
Okay.
The blue coated boat does take the bait. They seem to do some kind of signal to the docks before they go.
Oh right, okay.
But they turn around and go after your guys. It's suddenly going a little bit faster in their boat. Because their boats are good, they've got armour speed boats. Not speed boats, but faster canal boats. I mean, they are the blue coats.
Yeah.
And they go out and they're chasing your guys. It's not far long before they catch them, but your guys are being around corners by that point. If they've not already ditched the spark. But it's hanging up. But it seemed like they've signalled the docks in some way, because you can see now as you're pulling closer, there's a few blue coats just walking along the gantries. Sorry, not the gantries, the dock side. Almost waiting for you to pull in. You get that. You just got that sixth sense of being a scoundrel, just that awareness, that perception that. They're gonna want to check us when we go there. That's just not right. That feeling you get when you almost as you're pulling, you see the guy. You look at each other and you go, he's waiting for me. It's that gut feeling.
Should we just book it down at one of the dockside canals? Just try and get away from
them. We can do. I mean, just circle round.
Yeah, just go past the docks. Literally just go past the docks. See if they send anyone after us.
Yeah, I think that makes sense for being careful. Yeah, we definitely don't want to dock while they're waiting for us. So I think we just go straight.
Well, we knew we were going to the docks, didn't we?
Yeah.
So would it be sensible to assume that we would have paid off like the blue coat patrol which were at the docks, or at least attempted to?
Yeah.
So perhaps we should just go in and then do a flashback and say that we paid the dock, the dock toll, because I'm sure anything coming in or out of the docks has to be signed through or signed in.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we'll do that. We'll just go in and then just do a flashback and see how we did on consorting with them to let us go there without inspection.
Yeah, sounds good.
So we'll land the boat,
Okay.
and then we'll do a flashback.
You can see there's 4 of them. There's 4 blue coats. So as you're doing that, they are walking. They're beelining towards you.
Okay.
Directly.
So we'll dock up, and then we'll do a flashback. I think you're probably best to do this personally.
Yeah. So.
So Merrick has gone down there like the day before.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got shipment coming in.
Yeah, I guess there must be someone at the docks that's in charge of that, like some kind of dock foreman or.
You got the ship. You got the dock foreman would be the word. I think ship master, but that's not really what you guys are looking for here. Dock foreman, yeah.
And I would.
Dock master, not ship master. Dock master. But it's not him that's going to be checking you here. I mean, he can sign things off, and that'll be something that you might want.
But he knows the ins and outs of how the blue coats work and where to direct us to something like that, wouldn't he? No?
He'd definitely got to help, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I was just thinking, we might not have like, we might not have like necessarily paid off the blue coats, but would based on what I know about how the docks work, would the dock foreman be able to give us paperwork that basically just says yes, we're expected.
Absolutely.
Don't
That's easy. That's easy. That one.
Yeah.
So it's like
I assume, like, given Doskvol, he's probably fairly used to the scoundrels coming up to him, basically. I guess.
Yeah, there's a certain amount. Like everyone kind of knows the X amount percentage.
Yeah.
It's probably more than anyone really likes to care to admit. Stuff is smuggled in. Something like that with the paperwork isn't that difficult to get hold of. I would say that would probably be a stress 1 flashback, paying off the blue coats directly, finding them out and finding them would be stress 2.
Yeah, I think we go the official route. It's because otherwise we'd have to figure out which blue coats are going to be on patrol and then go to them. And
yeah.
I think if we just like
if needs be, we can just pay the blue coats or try and pay them when they come aboard because they know we're.
Okay, I'll take stress for that. Boop.
Okay.
And I present my paperwork as the blue coats.
What action were you taking to work that affair? No, mind you, this will be. I think the paperwork will be a tier roll. I'm gonna be a fortune roll to see. Yeah. Oh, you can use it as an advantage to consult the blue coats.
So are we saying that this is kind of like acquiring assets?
Yeah, I think so. The asset is the paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
So in that case, then, what action are you taking to acquire the asset?
I think it's a sway on the dock foreman or whoever's in charge of that.
Yeah, he's not a friend. He's not. You're not
no, he's not a friend. I guess.
You're not trying to intimidate him. I guess.
Yeah, I guess I don't like. Would I know if if he's the kind of person I take the direct route with, or
Let's
just
find
be like,
out.
okay.
Let's find out. Depending on what your dice roll. That's if you got it right or not.
Yeah.
Cool. So this again is
I'm gonna try the direct
acquire assets. So you're swaying him. See if you can get him to agree with you.
Sway.
Ooh.
6 2. So you as you're talking to him, you're in his little hut. Walking along the dock, stepping over fishing nets and walking between barrels, that kind of thing. You explain your situation. Make a nice gesture of money, some lifestyle, expenses, that kind of thing. The documents seem pretty solid. You read them over before you go on the venture. Seem pretty legit. All the barrels are there. The box crates are there of eels. Everything's accounted for. It looks as legit as you can get it, really.
Cool.
So, as the blue coats, as you begin to dock, and you can see now, you start putting the ropes and the casting the boat, pulling the boat alongside. You look up the blue coats as if it's expected, right? It's like, oh, right, yeah, like a bit like, customs, all right, okay, yeah.
Routine inspection again.
And as their footsteps clink and clank. I don't know why they're clinking and clanking, but
On the wood,
yeah. So think of like metal, metal, steel toe cap boots and steel, yeah. But as they come along, the footsteps echoing across the steel gangplanks, you look up, and one of them stands there, arms folded. The other one's kind of hanging around, and this lead one steps towards you and makes no movements, but waits for you to go finish, securing the vessel. And then, as you've done so, he steps across, though you're not onto the boat, but steps across towards you. Can I please see your papers and your permits? What are you transporting?
Just some eels. Think you'll find everything's in order.
Okay. I will be the judge of that. And it's a large fella, but well built, like a well built look, quite hefty. Yeah. Seems to have a bit of a Severosi accent to him. As you're passing documents to him, they're not going to come on board yet. They have no reason to do that. So you start inspecting the document. Please make a fortune roll for this one to see how well the document is good. I think it's tier 3.
Tier 3 document?
Yeah, I think tier 3 document. See how satisfied he is with it all.
I can't get any.
Well, this is an action we'll take. If he's reading it, it's an action either we're going to take. But
let's just make it up, and I'll judge his expression as he does so.
Man, you'll get a -1 on this actually for disadvantage, and that the docks will warn about you. The dock patrol will warn about you. So that is a -1.
Tier 2 paper. Go! 1 to 5.
Right, 1 to 5. Looks over. How much are you transporting? And he asks you some routine questions, checking the facts. Okay.
I'm going to shout out. What's your captain's name?
I rarely, part of me just sees other, but it's just bubbles like that. That pipe is bubble beard or something like that. Captain Bubblebeard.
Captain Bubblebeard.
Bubblebeard, yes.
I go, Captain Bubblebeard. You know, Captain Hash. You know, Captain Hashway's expecting his delivery by dark hour.
Aye, well, the good people are checking over.
Am I still getting my bonus? I'll shout.
We gotta wait for the good people to check over the documents.
You not ask them to hurry up.
I'll leave and go, look, we've got a bit of an impatient crew here. If we could just hurry things along.
And he just gives you this dead-eyed stare right now. Like,
oh God.
Can you just try and sway him?
Try and sway him.
And that was my assist. That was my assist.
That's your assist.
Okay. I'll do a... It's not really pure deception. I don't know what role it would be.
Assist. You just assist him, don't you?
Which is the one where assist is just...
sorry.
It's give him extra dice.
You do set up. So
I think I set up, yeah.
Assist is stress.
Yeah. Assist is where you have... Oh, is it where you have to roll for it, or is it?
Man, how have we forgotten all the mechanics?
I can't remember.
No, an assist is where you take a stress to help him, and you just jump in. You jump in and go, "Here's what I do."
Right. And he gets an extra dice.
Yeah. So the reason assist takes the stress is because it's more of a reaction. Yeah. Whereas the setup is you've got the time to prepare. So you start off by and then lead.
Okay. Yeah. I'll just do that as an assist then, and take the stress.
Okay. You could have a setup there. It's fine.
Yeah. It's just. I think in this situation,
it'd be more you jump in.
Yeah, I just say that to try and give Merrick an opening, really, to put on a bit of a show.
Makes sense. More of assist, yeah.
And plus, I'm not that. Thadeus isn't going to be that good at acting, so
makes sense.
I was thinking, I've got a bit of an impatient group. So, if you just help an old dog out,
this will be desperate.
Oh God,
standard. In fact, is it probably desperate limited?
Oh, no.
Yeah. This guy was warned, and you're trying to rush past him. You might convince him, but he at the moment.
Can I use my assist to increase the effect level, or is that just a setup?
No, I
don't think I can.
No, I don't think you can.
That's alright.
I've got 3 dice anyway. Plus what is one with the assist.
I'm just going to check something anyway, but you guys...
Okay.
Devil's bargain. We need that effect up.
We do. I might push myself and be like right on the edge.
So... I can never find this one thing. This one page.
The group action ones.
Yeah, it's 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4. There you go. It's the one that I feel like there's a gap in my head. Take 1 stressing of the group action. Yes, an assist is worth 1 dice. You might also suffer any consequences depending on the circumstances. Only 1 character can assist a roll.
Yeah.
Oh right, sorry. No, this is different. Oh, we do. Oh, this is really good to check these things. Setup is you improve effect or position. Assist is the dice. That's the difference.
Yeah.
This is the whole I'll create a distraction, which is what you're basically. I think you're doing for setup.
Yeah.
But you,
Okay, I've rolled it, but
yeah.
I'll take either one.
I think the assist makes sense.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. The extra dice is more powerful.
Yeah.
Cool.
You can also protect them. Forget guys. Not done that yet. You also protect each other.
No.
No. You can suffer harm instead of someone else.
Desperate Limited. Let's go.
6.
Desperate Limited. Okay.
Oh god, the consequences.
So, are you guys unloading yet, or are you waiting for him to go?
I'll start preparing.
Yeah, I think they're
Preparing, but you're not
preparing
actually
to
dumping it on
unload,
the.
yeah.
Okay, got you with you. So in that case, then, as you're saying, can we hurry it up?
No, it's just full
He
now.
just like gives you the steely cold glare. It's like the official paperwork will be done, as the official paperwork should be done.
Well, I respect your judgment. Of course.
And if you needed to do things earlier, I'm sorry to say, I would have left earlier. I appreciate men have a living to make, but we all do, and I will not circumvent my orders. So please begin to unload your items here, and we will just do a routine inspection to make sure everything is in order. And he kind of snaps his fingers at you, like some of you guys. I mean, this guy's just like a bit of arrogance about this fella, and just gestures to start unloading, like not even waiting for your say so to your men. I'm guessing your guys probably wait for you to do it, but he's making that statement of please begin to unload. Like you can clearly see him doing this.
Yeah.
We're back.
Technical difficulties.
First time, 40-odd episodes, first time it's happened, but we are good to go. Right, so the guy, the arrogant Severosi Blue Coat, starts to gesture to you to unload.
Is them telling us to unload? Is that the consequence?
Yeah.
'Cause I could resist that.
Yeah, you can absolutely resist it.
Do it.
I am on such
Do it.
high stress.
Do it.
I'm gonna.
He kind of doesn't fully believe you,
Yeah.
and he's saying basically, don't rush me, don't tell me to do my job, and let's see things properly. Now you can try and resist. Of course, the resisting can't be talking out.
I'm gonna resist it by trying to talk him out of it by just giving him a bit more space and just apologising. I'm sorry, of course, I respect your judgment.
You guys got so far alike, it's untrue. I love it.
If this is what caused me to get trauma, I swear to God.
It's working on those eel farms.
So you're resisting it,
Resist,
and it will be a complete avoidance if you resist.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh,
Oh, that's good.
Did it.
Nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
Did it. So he kind of looks you over, like glares up at the paperwork with one eye, and as you're beginning to unload, he seems almost pacified. Again, it's almost like you've come close skirted a couple of times now. It's like it's more the threat of them actually doing it, and you're willing to cooperate, than them actually inspecting you. It's like, okay, if they're really hiding something, why would they, let us look if they've, already got something that? And while he again doesn't seem fully convinced, maybe it's just the time of the day. They're just suspicious of everyone, and they're just kind of pressing a lot of buttons, and you can see there's a lot of other ships coming and going. So it's that, have we really got time for these guys? Like, are they that bad? Kind of, we got a signal, but you've checked the paperwork over. The paperwork's good. It makes sense so far. And the guys, he kind of turns around and goes, next time if you find yourselves in a rush to meet a bonus, I would leave a bit earlier to allow time for the proper channels to be followed.
I'm going to make some snarky, sarcastic comment, but I'm not going to.
And he goes to hand the paperwork back to you, and as you go to pull it, he pulls it away. Make sure it's done properly next time, then gives it to you.
Of course.
And then turns on his boot
So
heel.
indignant.
Turns on his heel.
I hope you do realise I was this close to sinking the boat. I was going to say, I sink the boat, but we put the drugs in the waterproof. Like, well,
You have to like actually drilling holes into the boat.
Yeah.
I mean, my next go-to is doing the same thing with another distraction on the docks. People run past with drugs.
Just multiple levels. Like,
Distractions everywhere.
Like, it's the same guy who
What's
jumped
real?
off the boat and they're to change their clothes.
What's real?
Like a fun house, I love it. So yeah, looks like you guys are clear.
Okay.
We will notify Surok and ask him to send around a boat so we can give him the. Oh wait, how are we going to do this? I guess the drugs will be in.
I guess one of us can just go to the ship and just like tell Surok and get some of his guys to come out and help unload all.
Okay, you guys gonna go meet him or are you sending the runner?
Send a runner.
Okay, so you started to unload. You're gonna wait for the runner to come back before you ditch and before you take any goods off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're gonna wait for the runner.
We'll start unloading him onto the actual dock. It's onto the like.
Yeah.
Just like really
Just off the boat.
slowly.
Yeah.
About 20 minutes goes by before you start to feel a bit unease that the runner has not returned, and they should have returned by now.
Okay. I guess the only thing is to go and find what's going on.
Should the two of us both go?
I'll go.
Split the party.
I'll go.
You go.
Captain
Go
stays
away.
with the ship.
You keep unloading. The
I like
goods, I'm gonna
sit
find
back on this chair and just like.
Yeah, I'll go. To the
Okay.
ship.
As you start walking up the gangplank, you do see your runner returning, flanked by a couple of clear-looking scoundrels, and a lead figure walking with them, almost like a V of ducks. Your guy in between them, your runner, one of your thugs, isn't being held, but is definitely like.
It's not allowed to go.
Yeah, you know, if he tries to run, they're probably going to hunt this guy down, or they're going to, jump him. The guy in front has got long, stringy, greasy hair, and wears a large coat, almost down to his boots. It's filthy. This guy looks like he's almost homeless,
Alright.
and making an absolute beeline towards you.
Okay. Do I recognise the guy?
You do. You paid these guys to you paid to get him to hunt down Dr. Gunn.
Yeah, did the bad
This
job.
is Pit Whipple of the Hush Bell Assassins who run part of the docks.
Thadeus looks visibly confused. He'll walk up to him and go, "What's going on?"
I hear you guys are bringing some items through the docks.
I don't mean to be rude, but I don't see how this is any of your business.
Well, you have to pay to use the pleasure
Of
of our turf.
Of course. I thought I had an agreement with the captain.
And he puts his hand like this, your thugs back and just pushes him back towards your guys.
Okay. What's your price?
I don't care what captain you have an agreement with. You've not made one with us. What is it you're transporting?
Spark.
Must be quite a bit of it in some of those barrels.
It's not all spark. So you got to hide the good stuff.
So the question still stands: what is it you're transporting? And then he kind of like hacks and just spits on the floor, and it's like this green tinged phlegm.
Surok has already paid for this. I'd much prefer it if he was here for our meeting.
I don't give a fuck what he's paid for it. As far as I'm concerned, you could be similar to whoever you need to sell it to. But if you want to sell it through the docks, you're going to go through us. Now I suggest maybe you add that price on to when you deal with your good captain or whatever his name is.
Again, how much do you want?
Well, that depends on the goods, doesn't it? Now, of course, you're not going to tell me the truth. Why would you? I wouldn't tell you. We're all professionals here, more or less. We're not going to take it. Let's have a look. I see what you're carrying. We'll work out a fair trade.
how's business been now that you're not having to compete for turf with the grinders? I believe they had a pretty good control over this smuggling operation around this part, right?
Smuggling wasn't really their game, but it's nice to be able to breathe. That being said, it's been pretty violent.
Knowing this would happen, knowing that we'd be shaken down by a gang to transport goods through the docks,
that's exactly what's happening.
We would have discussed at least a strategy behind trying to get out of this without being paid.
If we get picked up by the bully and our pockets turned inside out, what do we do?
I think we've got to remind him, who got rid of the vultures, and perhaps be intimidating ourselves to a degree.
Oh, it was the vultures that were small.
Sorry,
yeah, you killed the vultures and you killed the grinders.
The grinders. Sorry, it was who was more prominent in the docks.
The vultures.
The vultures.
Yeah, they have more space in the docks.
I was thinking the vultures.
So so what you know is the Hushbell killed the Foghounds,
yeah,
and they were smugglers and took part of the docks from them. The vultures moved into part of the canals and the docks.
Yeah. So perhaps remind him of that, and just try and lean on him really, and say maybe this one could be on the house, and then next time we'll set up something proper.
Yeah,
in good faith. I don't know how receptive he is going to be of it, but we can at least try.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was trying to do by mentioning the grinders. I meant the vultures.
Yeah.
Whichever one was the
vultures.
The
grinders moved into the docks, but then they belong.
Yeah.
Because you guys been trying to chase them out. Okay, cool.
And I want to kind of appease him by saying that after today we'll have a meeting about our future business relationship, shall we say? But just let this slide for now, and we'll make sure that you are well thought of in any future arrangements or enterprises that we might.
I think honestly, from what I know of Quit this is going to be desperate.
Actually, I've not been marking XP for desperate.
No, you got 2 so far.
I got 2 so far.
I haven't had standard. I know he's taking them all tonight. Desperate standard, all the talking. As you stand there in the docks now.
So there's desperate standard.
Desperate standard.
Okay.
Carriages are rushing past. You can hear the crowd in the background. It's very public.
Would you say this is a sway or a consort?
Physically can't walk past him. Like him and he's flanked by his goons. Yeah. I'm not letting you guys past.
I guess it's a sway because I'm trying to change his opinion, aren't I?
He's not.
It's not.
He's not anyone's mate.
Slept in a while.
Yeah, he just he has like this hungry look in his eyes.
I think I'm gonna push myself on this one.
Just done. Because you're gonna need to resist. Or I'll do it for you. I can resist on behalf, can't I?
I don't think so.
No, really? You can protect him. You can suffer harm.
You can not if you're not assisting.
Yeah. And if you assist, you can suffer the consequences in addition to.
Okay, that's fine. I want to see him get it.
Oh, you suffer. You do protect and you suffer the consequence, and you can roll to resist as well.
You can
jump in. You can jump in.
Okay, that's fine. I thought it was just physical harm. I thought it was.
No, it's anything. Yeah.
Okay.
It's consequence.
So it's sway, and I'm pushing myself for a +1.
You do it.
I thought that was too low.
Bear in mind, you achieve something.
Yeah.
It's not just like you get anything you want for 6.
Yeah.
Magnitude, scale, potency.
Yeah.
So, you were seen to have some sway in him.
Was it desperate standard or desperate limit?
Desperate standard.
Desperate standard.
We made them.
And he seems to weigh up your arguments about killing the gang. He's not intimidated.
No.
He's just weighing it up.
We're not trying to intimidate him. We're just reminding him of who got him there. Yeah.
And he doesn't even seem that impressed. But then you're not sure what would with this fella. So what he does turn around and do, and he replies, you see, the problem we've got there, we let this one go. You don't come back this way, do you? Because you don't want this to happen again. And the second problem is if we give you a free pass, that means a precedent for every other gang who comes through here gets a free pass at least once.
At that point, I'll say, well, how about a free hit then? And I'll offer an amount of recall to them.
We don't trade.
Okay.
We don't trade. Not my stuff. And he says like with this hungry, like gaunt eyes. This guy look like he hasn't slept in days.
I'll say, it helps you sleep, you know. Remembering good memories.
Seems
Past fond memories.
Seems to have his curiosity peaked a little bit, but he's in his hunt mode.
Can we tell if any of the people, if he or any of the people with him have taken?
Yeah, one of the guys next to him has. 100% one of the guys next to him has. There's only 3 of them. It's him and 2 others.
Yeah. Okay, I'll ask that guy. I'll go. You look like a user. You can vouch for the stuff, can't you, my friend?
1 second.
I'm going to try and consult him. It's
the guy
to try and
to do what? What's the
pick up the drug.
Okay.
And basically say, I mean, the guy looks like shit, Pit Whipple. So basically say it might be able to help him out.
Okay. I would say this will be risky standard.
Okay. Consort, 1 dice, got 4.
And the guy goes, I have tried it, yeah, it's pretty good, that stuff, boss. And Pit Whipple turns to the fella and goes, I'll take that into consideration, but we are here for business, and that is business we shall pursue. Seeing how much money you guys make, and I know about you, we'll accept 3 coin.
How much are we making from the score?
From the score, because we will do payoff today. We'll do it all today.
So no other to press him on.
Entanglements.
No! Dan. Sure.
8.
Okay, so that's like half of our money, nearly. Half of our money to this guy.
It's half our money, but it also gets us, like... I mean, nothing mechanically, but it does get us, like, a market, I guess.
Push him. Get him down to, like, 2 or something. Try and push him.
Yeah, I think I'll act indignant at that, and...
So that's over half of our profits.
Yeah. I'll just say that the 3 is completely unreasonable, and I will counter offer with 2. Oh god, that's looking at me like he's like, I don't like the way that's looking at me. I'm going to. I see this way.
Pit Whipple looking at you, mate. It's not
Pit
me.
Whipple.
2 and a free hit.
I don't like when Pit Whipple looks at me. 2, yeah, we'll get him down to 2, and
we'll give him a gift card
and a bit
to
of
the Silken News.
a bit of recall.
I want to say desperate. He just doesn't like you. Well, I don't think that's fair because you're disguised.
Oh yeah.
But he just doesn't like
How
Merrick.
did he know us?
He doesn't like Merrick. He doesn't like hoity-toity rich types. But I think 2 dice seems fair. Sorry, risky seems fair. He's not desperate. You're not life and death.
Yeah.
But it's definitely not controlled.
Risky standard.
Risky seems fair. Risky standards.
Okay, risky done.
And would my intercourse before count as a assist? Or?
No, it's something different. That
okay.
You can jump in if you want to assist now. You certainly can do. But something else happened because of that.
Okay, fair enough. That's fine. No, I'll let. You know what? I'll take a stress and I will assist Merrick.
Okay. Yeah, should I?
All right. I say 2. Fuck.
You're getting harmed.
I must have misheard that. I thought you said 2.
He did say 2. Roll your resistance now. Roll your resistance. He's gonna ask for 4 or something like that if you don't. What is the consequence?
The consequence is it's free. Or you can load that gear back up and go do your deals elsewhere. I don't care what you do your deals, but you're doing it on the dark, so you're going to pay for the privilege.
I think Merrick should make the roll. I'll give you 3 reasons
Don't know
why.
why Pitt's voice is changing every. It's like half London.
I like.
I'll resist it if you don't, and I'll get another.
Oh
one.
my god! Are you serious?
He is saying to you, pay up to 3, or take your business elsewhere. I don't care. But if you're coming through here, you're paying for the privilege of using our.
He's been without his
our
vice.
protection, or risk with the blue coats.
Okay, I'm gonna resist.
You've got to risk. You've got to gamble it. You've not been gambling.
Yeah.
You know, you've had a bit of gambling. It's not been good enough. This is a gamble you've got to make. If you don't, I will. And
So you're
can that be on your conscience?
I'm gonna.
On your conscience.
If I get
On
them-
your conscience, be it.
I'm gonna just keep at it. It's 2, and I'm gonna like hold out 2 for him.
You're gonna hold out 2.
Yeah.
That's
2
risky.
bags.
Here's the money
It's
right
serious,
now.
here's
You
the
take
money
it.
right now.
He's going for it.
Oh, I'm good.
Got it.
Oh,
You
he got it, he got
it,
crit!
You got it. You got a crit. You heal the stress.
Nice.
You heal the stress. Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Okay, fine.
Absolutely amazing. Dan.
Ooh, poker face. There you go.
So good. And he looks.
Yeah, I'll just look him dead in the eye.
Yeah, and it's just tense for a moment. And for a second, you see the other two look at each other, like flanking him, and just you see their hands just move to their waist for a minute, and you think, "This is it. This could go this way. Is this going to happen? This is public. Like, I've heard the Hush Bell are crazy, and that these guys are brutal. Are they really brutal enough to start firing in public like this?"
I mean, based on what I know of the Hush Bell, yes.
Yeah.
But
Exactly, that's it. And it's that tense moment, you know, that stand like Mexican standoff almost, without the guns being drawn, and both gangs now are like, "Are we doing this?" And then Pitt's hand just reaches out and he takes the money, slips one of the strings, looks at it, chucks it to the guy behind him. You have a good festival.
likewise, I'm sure.
And Noah turn and walk away, taking the 2 coin with them.
Okay.
And as they begin to walk away, you see a couple of guys that were scattered in the crowd join them. It looks like they have more. They have more layered around.
Yeah, so the Hush Bell very much have a control of the docks now.
Looks like, well, at least this area, yeah, definitely part of it.
Right, lads.
Docks are big, but wherever the bit you've landed, yeah, they've definitely got more guys stationed. But it looked like they only come with 2. They have more in the background.
Do you hear any tinkling of any bells?
You know what? Yeah. As he's walking away, you hear Pitt just tap his bell, and a couple of the guys just come from the crowd.
Very nice. Come on, lads. Let's load up. I'm guessing there's no more impediments to get the gear on.
No, this will be it.
Okay.
The crowd. I mean, moving box through the dogs is not suspicious. You get that. You feel you through the worst. And to be fair to the Hush Bell, they've probably got some kind of deal with the Blue Coats here to keep some stuff moving through.
Yeah.
It looks like it would be in their interest to do so.
Mm-hmm.
So is there anything that you further wish to accomplish?
No, I don't think so.
Is Surrock seem happy as we load up his?
Yes,
Ship
you
move.
you are. He is very happy. He, she, not
They.
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 As always, it's hard to tell. In some light, you're like, it's a boy. And the things you're like, that's a girl. You just cannot tell. And those weird cat sideways blinking eyes, like glint in the darkness. As you start loading it up, you do just see pairs of eyes in the hole, just in dark, where you know it's some of their crew. But yeah, you load the items up. They pay you the full amount straight up in perfect gold coins, not bags of silver, not slugs, in actual, not often seen coin. So you receive your 8 coins worth. We always hope this will continue. This is very good, the stuff you bring. This would be a great help.
A help for what?
To recall lost memories and times of better days.
Whatever we can do to help.
He starts working and goes, this will last for several months, I believe. Excellent. Excellent. You may sell to my crew when we are in port.
Thank you. And how long are you planning on staying in port?
Oh, with this, we're now leaving immediately.
Okay.
We have much to accomplish and little time to do so. Been great help.
Very well.
But I'm sure we'll be in touch soon.
I hope so.
The world is not so big a place as it once was. It's been mapped. It's been conveyed. There are a few places left to leave and even fewer to stay. We'll be back soon.
We'll be waiting.
I hope so. Good luck in your endeavours. I look forward to seeing your next innovations to your unique product. And as you kind of smile, you can see like their canines are sharp, almost like Gen, kind of cat-like, real sharp. Not fangs, definitely not fangs, but just like little sharper. Usually, like, do they sharpen them? Maybe, I don't know, I can't tell. And like, but even the other teeth are like a little sharper. So yeah, Zurik's giving you permission to sell to their crew when they're in port, which will be time to time, but tells you that they do have some pressing business, and you notice all of the recall is not going to the crew; it's going to Zurik's cabin.
Yeah,
he's doing it himself. Cool.
So, everybody's wish accomplished. That's it.
No,
don't think so. I think that's it.
Cool. So as the camera pans out, seeing the hush bell, walk away taking the 2 money. I was thinking there, like, is this going to cause a fight? Like, is this the next antagonist? Like, the friend. Cool. And yeah, you've got your recall has been modified to be lucid, allowing Xerox to pursue whatever ends they need to pursue.
Yes.
Cool. Awesome. Well, guys, I think I think that's it. Great. I mean, good session.
That's it.
That 10's 10 out of 10's that roll, man. So as always, feel free to hang around the credits. Thank you for joining us. We'll be going through tonight's XP. We'll also do payoff and entanglements.
Yeah.
We'll do the XP at the very end. We'll do payoff entanglements after the credits, I think.
Yes. Yeah.
And then
it's be a long one after the credits then.
Yeah, longer than usual.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it'll actually need free play. It'll just be you guys want to do this, we'll do that.
Yeah.
We won't do downtime. We'll just do that as part of what happened in the time between.
Yeah.
In terms of like the time in between, does our heat stay the same or?
We'll do some rolls. I think what we'll do is we'll do like a catch-up story so far after the first session.
See if we manage to reduce it, in the quiet time.
Exactly. There's a lot of like stuff you can do in the meet, and like pretty much any downtime you want to do, you can do kind of thing. And we'll do rolls as like a period.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely.
No, that makes sense.
And it'll set up the next thing because there's a few cool things here. I think that'll set up season 2.
Yeah.
Look forward to seeing the antagonist of season 2. Yeah, some cool stuff. But awesome. Right then. Keep dropping that lid. Awesome. Well, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. Hope you enjoyed tonight's episode and the bringing together. Not so much, I want to say the finale, but I feel like the finale was last episode, and this was the. It's almost like Game of Thrones. Like the big fight happens on the second to last episode, and the last one ties a lot of knots and then leaves it open.
Yeah, that's a good point because this is actually the season finale.
Yeah, this is the finale.
So we'll be going for a bit of a break from Blackwater Exchange for a little bit after this.
Yes. So in terms of when we're back, we're thinking 4 weeks. We have other shows coming out, and we will let you guys know, and we will give you somebody who's got a definite date. We'll let you know. And the way it will work is we will be skipping forward probably I think about a year and a half.
Okay.
Maybe some less, maybe more.
Because things are pretty stable in Crow's Foot at least at the minute.
Exactly. So season 1 is the war in Crow's Foot.
Yeah.
You're totally right. And you've kind of taken a couple of gangs out, things will start to settle, and there is going to be an event which will kickstart the next season.
Yeah.
And that will be where so it's like a magnifying glass. We'll zoom out for a little bit, time will pass, and then we'll zoom back in and go on, what has happened in this time, what's changed. And there'll be a few things.
Okay.
And then in that time, of course, we have other characters doing their own things. Mad Jane's been kicked out of the gang. What's she going to do? Tombstone, Skurlock, Horth, Harvale.
Yeah.
Yeah, a few different things. But before we go, there is one thing waiting for you.
Oh, God.
When you next return to... This is the post-credit scene in Marvel films. When you return to your new hideout, the Blackwing. As you return to your successful deal, as you turn on one of the fires, because not all the electrical lights are fully working yet, there is a figure that will stand in the darkness. Your patron, your friend, Harper, of the Centralia Club. The shadowy demonic figure who pays you in red coin. The red of which only you can see. Everyone else just sees the coins. And you're standing out in the balcony where you renovated part of the hall looking over, and it's very eerily quiet. And as you walk in, the lights come on, you see him. He turns and goes, I was just surveying your new lands. You've done excellent work.
How have things been since we last met?
The chains of the world, Merrick, they bind through time. But all things age and all things break. Bit by bit.
Well, good to see you. I assume there's a reason for your visit today, or is it just to see our new headquarters, shall we say?
I confess, there is an ulterior motive to my visit, but please do not let that dissuade you from the fact I was merely curious to see what you have built, and you did not disappoint. My respect is true, and he's not lying. You know that he knows he's lying. He is very, very pleased with what you've done. But I bring a warning. Some of the things you have done have drawn darker attention than I would care. And if I would care, I think you will care also.
From what or whom?
And he just starts walking down the stairs, leaving the question hanging. And he just says, "They are coming." And then walks out the doors. And his voice seems to, those three words, "they are coming," just seems to echo through the chambers. And then just behind, just a bang on the floor, and it's just a golden mask. The ones the spirit wardens wear.
Oh shit.
And it's covered in a little bit of blood and looks like it's been forcibly taken from someone. And behind the mask you see the trail of blood leading to part of the wall where a body is laying set up, and you see what was Mad Jane has been eviscerated and is impaled on her own broadsword.
Jesus.
And I think that's where
Well,
that's where we'll leave the finale.
I can't help but think this is all Merrick's fault.
you what, mate?
Thank you for hanging out with us. We'll see you in the post-credit scene.
Magic.
Hello and welcome back. We've just had an interesting thought, which was, I believe the words were, "Our new premises are already sullied. There's already a ghost." I just wanted to remind them that a bomb went off here, and if there are ghosts.
I mean,
but yeah,
but we rebuilt it, and it was nice and shiny and new architecture.
Yeah,
and then
this
suddenly,
can
dead body.
This can only mean bad things, because what do they say when you build like a building on ancient Indian burial ground? Like it gets haunted.
So in the darkness, flickering in the fire,
What?
you just see the shadow and you see the body of Mad Jane impaled on her own sword, and she's been eviscerated.
Oh my god! I am
blood
actually upset, and so would Thadeus. Thaddeus would be really upset.
We gave them 2 coins.
We didn't get our money though. We haven't done our.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Doing that. So,
Right, payoff.
The score, we're going to get like 3 because the crows want 3 as well.
I was honestly waiting to see if you
Like
guys
3.
would figure
3.
out how much you lost. And when you said the 3 or 4 fair play, you figured it out. But yeah, it was going to be. I was wondering if you get to the score and be like, wait, we've got to pay the crows as well.
We're going to get like 3 coin.
So
Yeah.
8 coin.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get 3. After, well, the crows want 3.
I'll pay them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There you go.
There's only 6 in there.
Oh, is it 7 that fits in?
8 for
Oh, 8 fit. There you go.
Unless you don't want to pay and you start a clock.
So, do you have any personal coin at the moment?
No, I spent it all.
Okay, so we've got 8 in the vault, and I've got 1 personal.
Give me it. No, I ain't got it.
So that's money. And heat.
0.
This is pretty quiet. You
Yeah,
drew a
very
little bit
quiet.
of attention, but you were disguised. No how hostile.
I'd say those thugs in the other boat drew more attention.
Yeah.
Whoever they were.
Exactly. So smooth, contain, quiet as low exposure. I think 2 heat.
Okay, so we get
Minus
heat.
1.
Yeah.
So you get a heat for this one. I think 2 heat's fair. In regards to entanglements, I won't be rolling. Because I'll just continue the clocks and the background activities.
Okay, it is season end, so that makes sense. I think the body of Mad Jane is entanglement enough.
That was I was just saying, like, that was a culmination of 3 separate things that all happened in the same thing. It was the spirit wardens, the Golden Mask, finished their investigation in downtime for this episode. Mad Jane was the one that got flipped. I was like, it just works, and then I rolled to see what after Thadeus basically kicked her out, how she'd respond. I mean, it makes Thadeus feel worse. She's absolutely guilt-ridden, and she was in a bottle. She was just in a bottle, and Harvale does not like spirit wardens at all, not one bit.
And your last words to her were,
You're a traitor.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So yeah,
She was a traitor.
she was not wearing the spirit. Well, in terms of the clothes, she's not wearing spirit warden uniform.
Right, okay.
She is just wearing her normal stuff. But yeah, again. So
well, that was fun. Is that the end of?
that's it.
So that's the end.
Season 1. Body of camera pulls out just the body of Mad Jane.
We'll bring her back. I'm going to put her in a construct. I'm going to put her in a hole, yeah.
You could, yeah.
I'm like swinging us, drinking all the time like Bender.
That's the new clock.
Yeah.
How to make a hole. Body, you've got the body. She's not
I've
been
got the
destroyed.
body,
No,
yeah.
you've got the body. You do have the
No, I
body.
might do that. Oh, that'd be creepy.
The blood is fresh, so you've probably got 2-3 days before the spirit's released.
I don't think I can build one in that time.
No, but if we could just build somewhere to
The
contain
spirit
it,
gets
contain
released,
it
and then it doesn't go mad, and like, well, some of them might go mad, they reconcile, but yeah.
I
I
mean,
I didn't leave her in a great emotional state, to be honest.
That's one way
Like,
to put it.
that might be a good excuse to finish avoiding the echo, because if we can make a Faraday cage, then we could probably make somewhere to entrap
I'd love to
ghosts.
know where Crawlock is. Like,
I need to make a
just
note
I'm
about
guessing
this.
he's like in the basement somewhere, like
Yeah.
secured, but just dosed out of it. I mean, I can't wait to see what you guys do, like the downtime period, and just see like a roll for like his mental state.
Yeah.
Cool. So XP.
XP. Do you want to go?
Yeah, I can go.
I think you're desperate.
I think you're going to get
did I
some
get
good XP.
3 desperate?
You're
I
going
think
to
I
get
got
so
2 in
much
the end
XP
because the
this
last one
episode.
wasn't desperate.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
So desperate. Address the challenge with deception or influence. Well then,
Yeah. I wonder what happened. Captain Bullbeard at your service.
Captain Bubblebeard. I had no idea that was what we were going to do going into this
Oh yeah. As soon as I said it, I was
so-
like, "What have I done? What have I done?"
You know that's his nautical disguise now. He's got.
Oh yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I know.
What was the high
I've got-
society one?
I've got
Ibrahim.
Ibrahim.
and I've got Homer.
Wait, he was a worker, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He
Just
worked
a
at the power
factory worker,
station,
yeah.
and now we got Captain Bumblebee.
I like to think like in Merrick's closet, he's got like just a whole outfit and a hanger, and he's like, "This is Bubblebeard's outfit," like with the pipe just hanging there. Like.
Yeah, complete with beard and pipe and everything.
So yeah, 2 for that bad boy.
Yeah, to address belief, stripe, heritage, or background.
No heritage. We need to come up.
I like the gambling.
Yeah.
You know,
That definitely
especially at the end. Like, I wouldn't have given you an XP for that unless.
That's more vice.
Yeah, I see that.
Oh, okay.
Beliefs
Yeah,
and drives, not really. No.
Nothing jumps out. It was very focused. Very focused.
Vice or traumas.
Yeah, I think definitely at least 1 for that.
Yeah, probably just the one.
You tried your best to get a trauma.
I did.
You
Genuinely
need to start
try.
taking some physical resistance.
Yeah.
Still, I mean, 5 dice. You needed a 6 and you got 2. So,
That's true. Yeah, you got 6 both
I've
times.
did
twice.
And
Twice or 3
it makes sense in the story. You don't want to force it through either.
No,
Same time,
no.
it made perfect sense. I
Yeah.
love that.
Especially
why-
like the gambling, because it's sort of like it's a deal, and it's sort of like he's going to gamble on it because he hasn't.
Yeah,
had
I
his fix in a while.
I really wanted to trauma, but at the same time, I didn't want to do it in the inopportune time. Like we're just talking to Bluecoats, because like having been through the last episode and then getting a trauma on this, it wouldn't be right. It wouldn't be right. So I'm kind of glad I didn't.
I mean, traumas aren't all encompassing. It's just like a build up of things. So like, say if you did stress out against the final showdown with Pitt,
it's what pushes you over the
it would
line.
have been like what would like say what would make sense if we played like what if like what trauma would you have taken if you got? Do you reckon he would have solved it off? Reckless maybe because you have to keep gambling. Like, would you have become more reckless as a character?
Vicious, unstable.
Maybe. I think Cold's always like drawn me, but like
I'd argue reckless personally, but that's just because I want you to see Dan do reckless things. two reckless characters.
Like Merrick's got like an internal snap. Like he's in control, but when he snaps, like fuck this, I'm done now. But like
we've kind of seen that a couple of times.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. He gets like a limit, and he's like, I've had enough now.
What are you taking with your XP? Do you know?
So I got 3 XP, so I'm going to level up in Resolve.
So 5 total with Desperate?
Yes, 5 total with Desperate, yes. So I'm going to level up in Resolve, which I'm going to use to get a 3rd point in Sway.
Nice.
And I'm going to just put the other 2 in Insight, because that's the other one that's closest to leveling up.
Mine are Desperate XP, so I didn't actually roll any Desperate rolls today. I addressed the challenge with technical skill or mayhem. There was a bit of mayhem, I suppose, with that whole boat thing. I don't know. I took the stress for that, didn't I? Yeah, for the boat plan.
Yeah.
I took the stress for it, so it was probably like 1
I think
XP
for
there.
that, yeah, a bit mayhem.
Express beliefs, drives, heritage or background. There was a bit on that in terms of setting up the construction site when I critted.
Yeah.
They're like, I tried to tie my army background in. There was some with Mad Jane as well, in terms of basically shunning her from the group and calling her a traitor and ostracising her completely. Like,
I think going straight for traitor that was well.
Yeah. So it's probably one for that. And then issues for vice or traumas. Not much paranoid came in really. It's not like I set Jane free and then put a watch on her or anything like that. I probably could have done, but I didn't. So probably just two.
I've seen it as 3, but 2, 3 either one's fair for me.
3 in total.
3 total, total. I think 2 or 3.
Definitely, I'd say nothing for vice or
No.
traumas.
I thought maybe a couple because they had the Jane thing and then the army thing a couple of times come up. But I think 2 or 3. Maybe you guys think so. I can lean either way on it.
I can see 1 or 2 for the least stress heritage background.
Okay, so say 3 then.
3.
Yeah. I haven't got nothing's going to make any changes to my stats.
And the gang should get a bit here as well because you did a successful operation.
I'll stick it
Sure
on
did.
that playbook.
So the gang.
3.
The gang itself levels.
Product supply, clandestine covert sales, or new territory.
Yeah.
I think we've done all of those in this episode.
You actually right. You actually have, yeah.
Contend with challenges above our current station.
Yes.
1 or 2?
1. The blue coats there.
1
Yeah.
for the blue coats.
Bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one. There was a bit of professional in it where we were
bragged
like,
about the fucking.
Oh yeah, that was
grinders.
ambitious as well. I suppose.
You openly bragged.
I think the reputation. I mean, we did fluff it up a little bit with the the Crow's Wing and said it was like a community outreach thing, and we got Merrick to grease a few government palms, if you like.
Yeah.
So that was quite.
Yeah, I think that's quite professional.
I think I wanted to on that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I express the goals, drives, inner conflicts, or essential nature of the crew.
I would say honestly think there's one on there from Thadeus as well, like the Thadeus thing with Jane. I think would also. I think.
Oh yes,
I
essential
think it leans
nature and
into that.
conflict, isn't it?
I think it leans into that because part of that was not just Thadeus. Part of it was Thadeus, but part of it was it's a gang. It's always you're part of us. And
yeah, and we saw she's she wanted to get involved because she wanted to lead again. She wanted to be part of a company, and it's sort of like an army company, and she's done something against that company. So it's sort of like
there's definitely
there's definitely in a conflict there.
I think it leads onto that.
I think those two, the last 2 points, the bolster your crew's reputation and the express goals, have sort of like melded together a little bit anyway. Like in especially in some of the things we've done recently.
So what have we got so far total?
6.
I think 6 is about right.
Yeah.
So 2, 1, 2, 1.
Yeah, I think it's right.
So that's 1 to level up, and then we get 5.
Mm-hmm.
When you level up, don't you get money for your lifestyle?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do.
But we haven't been working it out.
No, I've got a list of episodes in which we do level up, but I need to figure out which tier we were for each time.
That's fine. We can do that in downtime.
I'll do that.
Perfect time.
Yeah, because
to see how well your characters are doing lifestyle wise.
I think we've been tier 1 most of the time until like the last year.
You're currently tier 2 strong.
I think we should probably take the hidden back for our vault, like Matt says. In terms of spending some time to hide our vault again.
I was thinking like we could properly make it into a fortress if we just went like secure.
But you tick 2 of these anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So secure and vault maybe.
Secure and hidden.
Yeah.
Okay.
Secure and hidden. Sorry. Yeah.
I mean that makes great downtime stuff. Like in the downtime, like you guys just making it a fortress. All the works.
It's got the facade of like
the Red Temple, whatever it's called.
It's
red Shafak. Sorry, not the temple.
It's got a good facade. But then you realise that it's kind of like it's almost got like watchtowers. Like it's got a lookout point post. It's like it
secure
looks
doors.
great.
There are channels, funnels.
It's really defensible.
Yeah.
And there's obviously the land around it. You've got good views of like the canal as well, so you can see like all directions. Like
take some of the trees down, replant them elsewhere, so there's no one can sneak in. Okay, 2 secure.
Oh, Thadeus is gonna have some fun setting up some traps. It's like he's gonna be like a fortress.
Yeah. You guys know how you got the bombing. You're like, that will never happen while we're here, because we know how we did it.
Bad things never happen in the same place, do they?
Awesome.
No.
Big XP there. Big XP than that guy. Yeah. 6 for the gang, and then 5 and 3. Pretty big numbers. I think that's everything, isn't it? I think leaving it there is a good place to eat. So Jane, the more game stuff, I think that's a great place.
You desperate rolls?
No, crazy.
No, I can't
you took them up.
It's all me.
So, tier 2 strong. So awesome. We'll be back in a few weeks. Obviously, we'll let you guys know a definite time, closer to the time. Probably do like a little video, just announcing, and we'll do a little catch-up stuff, what's happened in downtime in the intro. And, we'll see what the next few months in-game hold for Doskvol.
Awesome.
And the gang.
I'm excited.
And the characters. I'm looking forward to it. I've got a few notes to run through here.
I was potentially going to make Mad James my backup character. But
we're talking about
now it's obviously not going to be the case.
Nope.
You can still do that.
I
can do it as a
the
character.
hustle playbook's right there.
I can literally cross off my make Mad Jane cutter. Cutter note, where is it? There you go, Mad Jane cutter. Cross that out. There you go, it's done now. I had to make her a cutter sheet, and that's gone now.
Look, this is just to get out of your to-do list.
Yeah.
What don't I want to do? Right, it's Harper. He can go. Merrick can go.
I guess it's as our crew is building.
Wait, what?
That gives us a good opportunity to write some new characters anyway, because our crew is building, and like we could say what's happened in the time and how they've risen through the ranks, or like how they've come to our attention a bit more. Like these thugs have stuck in with us, and we can also like. Not retcon, but like go back through the history and say what certain thugs have done during certain scores to make them like noticed. And give them a bit of personality like that.
We've got this history to draw back on there. It's cool.
Yeah. Absolutely, because you have Mad Jane, you got Ramina, Jane, and Tombstone. They were like your 3 main lieutenants. And you have Flint as a hanger on as well. But you've got other guys in there now who we can start fleshing out and give them some names to.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome, guys. Thank you as always for joining us. We hope you enjoyed tonight's episode. There will be no Blaze in the Dark next week, but we do have other shows coming. So please do keep an eye on YouTube and Guild of Gaming. We have
uploads have been a little bit slow over the last couple of weeks, just because I've had a pretty big
there was life
emergency
difficulties.
Yeah,
it was. Our schedule has changed. I mean, pretty big, like you say. What happened?
Yeah,
nothing personal, but house stuff.
Just house stuff,
which means studio stuff, unfortunately. But thank you for bearing with us. And again, we will get some stuff back up. We got Betrayal, House on the Hill, Legacy. That is the title. Isn't it? It's
Betrayal
Betrayal
Legacy.
There's no house in the hill. It's just
There's
Betrayal
not,
Legacy,
it's
isn't
Betrayal
it? Yeah,
Legacy,
it's just Betrayal Legacy. Yeah, well, Betrayal Legacy coming. We've got no specific dates yet. Other RPGs. We're looking at numerous other systems. We really enjoy doing these. Get some different DMs. Get some other players on board, which I think will be quite exciting.
Yeah.
Have you any other shows coming out immediately? Obviously, we've always got our guild hall as well every week.
Nothing confirmed.
Nothing confirmed. We've got a few irons in the fire.
Yeah.
But we got our typical Betrayal and our guild hall as always, and Blades in the Dark will be back in a few weeks for season 2, and I'm super excited to see what happens and what changes. I really am excited.
It's going to be crazy, I think.
Yeah, I love it. This is a real passion project, so I really enjoy it. Right, guys, thank you for bearing with us today. Thank you for bearing with. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. bearing with us. And thank you for your support and enjoyment throughout the season. And we will see you soon. So, not for the last time, but for the next few weeks, from the foggy streets of Doskvol
And the charitable streets of Crowsfoot.
and the charitable streets of Crowsfoot, we will see you from the foggy streets of Doskvol. But until then, see you in the dusk.
See ya.